I've got a few things that I want to show you on the whiteboard in a second, bro. But I want to talk to you about brain rot and how we can fix it. I'm one of the very few people that will actually come on YouTube and say that I don't think, having brain rot is that bad. Because let me lay it out for you. When you think about some of the most influential people in the world or some of the most successful or richest, right? When you see how they accumulated their wealth or they got to that level, most of them had just an off brain, right? So it wasn't off in the wrong way, but it was off slightly because they were a bit psychotic to work 20-hour days. A bit crazy because they had this ruthless belief in themselves that they just didn't care about what anyone else thought and they kept on doing what they wanted to do. When you look at all the high achievers of the world, they have that kind of trait of being off. But what's happened to our generation is we have the trait of being retards, of being cooked, of being fried. That's a scary thing to really realize that our generation, bro, our brains are so fried because we've been scrolling on TikTok and fapping all the time and playing games and feeding our mind poison with drugs, alcohol, vapes. It's almost scary. Because the one thing that we control in this world is our minds. We don't control the weather. We don't control if our heart stops beating. We control our minds. Well, I used to have brain rot like none other. And still to this day, I have a very fast-paced brain. If you know me on a personal level, you'll know. I'm very quick. My thoughts are always, I'm very quick to respond to things. That's just how I am. I process things quickly. I move quick. But I even walk quick. I'm a fast guy. But that has actually worked to a benefit to me. And going back to what I said right at the start, it's actually, when you're a fast person, you're a little off. But I think that's a good thing. If you can build up your brain to have urgency and to be fast and to be focused and to not give up, you'll see that you'll have brain rot where you're a bit fried, but then you'll have what I like to dub winner's syndrome, or being a bit off in this sense, but it's dialing you in to live a better life, to have what you want. So equally, we're always going to have a bit of an off brain, but you can either choose to be a fried retard or to be a man with winner's syndrome getting to where you're trying to get. So let me lay this out for you, bro. If you think about a muscle, look at me. Big chest, big arms, wow. But if I was to stop going to the gym, think about it like this, and I just pumped myself full of fast food and Coke and just sat there playing video games like some of you boys do, my body would just disappear like that. My insides would just start looking like shit. I'd be lazy, I'd be unproductive, my mood would be all off, I'd be slow, tired all the time. Well, that's the thing with your brain. Your brain works similar to your body. If you continuously feed it rubbish, TikTok, ass, video games, movies, you'll rot your brain from the inside out to where you're always tired, fatigued, you can't focus, you're stupid, you just ain't really about it, a bit depressed, anxious. But if you start feeding your mind good stuff, bro, well, you become strong, you become powerful, you become focused, you become in control of the one thing in this world that you can control. So let me lay this out for you, bro. We have the attention span of a goldfish. And when you really look at this, it's scary to think that we can actually be put next to a goldfish as human beings. What's a little goldfish? Something like this big, swims around in a little tank, and our attention spans are shorter than a goldfish. It's like 8 seconds that we can give something our focus before we get a thought and we just lose track. I reckon it's even lower than that. Because think about when you're on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts. It's 1 second, half a second that you give a video and then, oh no, that ain't it. Think about when you first start reading or trying to meditate. You can't do it for 5 seconds before you just get scattered. That's how so many of us are running and performing through our lives. And I'll tell you the honest truth. If you want anything from your life to happen, right? You want to get some money in your pockets. You want to get, become a skillful young man, want to get good with women, want to build your body. Well, you need to have a level of focus and attention that can, be longer than 8 seconds if you want to build yourself up. I genuinely mean that. Look at this, 80%. And again, I think these numbers, this is like the average when I look this up, but I think 80% is cutting it short. I think, bro, that's like 95% of us check our phones first thing in the morning. Our alarm goes off, boom. Got notifications on. Even though your phone was on silent, you just scroll. You look, what's going on. You poison your mind. This guy's talking about this. He's talking about this. You got your Snapchat fucking notifications. It's rubbish. And then you go on Instagram. You look at some ass. You go on YouTube. Watch some dumb stuff. It's stupid. But think about, most of us set up our days where we check our phone and poison us right in the first couple of seconds of waking up. That's insane. So it is 80%, but I think it's more than that. They check our phones instantly. As soon as our eyes open, we open our crusty eyes with sleep in there, and it's like, boom, check our phone. 6 hours per day we spend. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't think that number's right as well, even though I'm teaching you this. If I was to tell you my screen time, bro, I spend 10, 12 hours on my phone a day, sometimes even more. But what I've done, I'm not someone that sits on my phone and scrolls all day. I don't even have any social media on my phone. Like, I don't have any of it. But I spend a lot of my time filming videos, getting back to the boys that I coach, doing coaching calls. I'm always on my phone, or my phone is on but I'm not using it and I'm listening to something productive, right? So my phone is just going all the time. But most of us, right, we spend 9 years of our life just looking at our phone, staring at it. Think about it like that. That we spend, I don't know how many years asleep, how many years in a dead-end job, how many years we spent 9 staring at our phones. There's got to be a way out of this. Because if you want to beat anyone, you need to take control of your mind and really have a mind that works for you, not against you. Most of us, we run towards instant gratification. We can't settle down and focus on our work. What the fuck do we do? Well, I'm going to lay this out for you because I believe that this will be the cure-all to beating your brain rot and focusing more on your life so that you can make some money, build your body, build some skills, get your business going, do what you want to do with your life and not be so, grabbed by the neck by your phone. Nah. So the biggest thing that I would tell you is that you need to build a routine that isn't centered around your phone. So my mornings, right? My mornings look like this. I'll wake up, take a cold shower, I go outside, I meditate, I pray, I say my affirmations, I read my mission statement, and then I go straight to the gym, right? I don't check my phone at all for the first 3, 4, 5 hours of my day, depending on how long I work out and how long things, take me to do in my morning routine, which usually takes me about 20, 25 minutes, half an hour. My day, I don't check it. And one of my habits on my tracker is no phone before MR complete, meaning morning routine. So my first 3 hours, the first quarter of my days are always set up. Just winning, stacking wins, and then not even having poisoned myself with anything. So even the boys whom I coach, even my girl, she won't be able to message me because my phone's always on Do Not Disturb. The boys that I coach, I don't check their messages up until I've completed things. Bro, people call me all the time and I don't know because my phone doesn't ring up until I decide that I'm going to check it. And this has primed me in a way that every morning I'm just winning. So you need to build a routine in your life to where you don't check your phone. Whether it's first thing in the morning, you just say, okay, for the first hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm not checking my phone. But some of you boys, you might just get straight to work. But then there has to be periods of your day where you're going completely without your phone. And it's like focused time without your phone. And in that time, you're doing deep work. In that time, you're taking some time for yourself. When you're at the gym, you're not checking your phone. You need to build a routine and your life up around where you're barely using your phone for anything else but being productive. Because it's the one thing, like, bro, I'm telling you, the one clear definer between the life you want and the life you want to live is how much time you can focus on building yourself up, doing what you're supposed to do to get that life that you desire. And most of us spend our time on our phones, doing nothing, jerking off, on Instagram, scrolling. Now, the second thing, how I've really looked at it, is that you need to cut out dopamine. So most of us, right, we go on our phones, we'll play some games, or we'll check Instagram, we'll check Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. And you'll get all this dopamine from a video, from a post, from a meme. But you need to go through your life, right, trying to seek out natural ways of dopamine and doing a dopamine detox, right? So, like I told you, my social media, I do have Instagram, and I recently just made a TikTok to start making some short form videos. It's not even on my phone. It's on my iPad. I upload the video. I don't check it. I don't follow anyone. I don't do anything on it. And you need to live your life where you either go on a complete detox, where you don't use any social media for a couple of weeks, couple of months. I didn't have any social media for years, bro. No Snapchat, no Instagram, no nothing. The only way people contacted me was on my phone. And this was when I was about 21, 22 years old. So I'm 27 now. Because I was I was a degenerate for years. And I knew that when I was building myself up, I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to, be kind of poisoning myself with people watching their Snapchat stories of like what they were doing or Instagram posts. So I didn't have it for years. And that really built me up. And I'm not saying you have to delete it for years, but go on a dopamine detox to where you've deleted majority, if not all, of your social media things, or have it on a different device like an iPad or your laptop or something, to where you're checking it purposely, like because you have to log in on your iPad or laptop, and so it's not on your phone. And this will start to wire your brain up so you can do shit. So this is big. You must do this. And in the time that you're not using Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're doing shit to build yourself up. So you're in the gym, you're working on your business, you're trying to learn a new skill. This will help you so much, or you're doing your deep work in your university work or your business work or whatever it is that you got to do. But go on a dopamine detox. Plus, I'll tell you this. All the people that you follow on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, you'll see that those people aren't really your friends. Your friends have your number. So all the people that you follow or follow you, they ain't your friends. So you're on there looking at people that you're not even friends with, genuinely real friends with, wasting your time, giving your time, attention, and energy to people that don't even like you. That's crazy. That's savage, bro, when you look at it like that, but that's the honest case. Now, how I like to do this, right? And how I rebuilt myself is that you need to rebuild yourself and your focus by doing habits that actually build up your brain power. So a big thing for me has always been meditation. I meditate for an hour most days, but on a bad day, I'll meditate for half an hour. But my mornings are set up to where I'm meditating for a couple of hours, to where I do my morning routine, I take my cold shower, go outside, do my things, drive to the gym. I'm in silence, bro. I'm in silence. I'm not listening to anything. I haven't checked my phone. I'm not doing anything. I'm just in my own presence. And worst comes to worst, like if I do need some form of stimulation or something, like because I want to try kill two birds with one stone, I will listen to something productive, like a podcast or an audiobook. Or most mornings, I just listen to a church sermon. Just go on YouTube, bro. If you saw my YouTube recommendations, just church sermons. Because like I like that. I actually want to learn more. But you need to rebuild yourself and your brain power up by meditation, by learning new skills, and also by doing or building up a project. So this has been something that I've really noticed. When you actually have things to do, then check your phone and scroll on YouTube or Instagram, you won't check your phone or check those YouTube, Instagram, whatever. So actually build something in your life. Whether you want to build your body, that could be a good place to start. But start a side hustle, bro. Start something in your life that's like, okay, well, damn, I've got to dedicate a couple hours to this to make some results, to get the flow going. And you'll realize that, bro, like majority of the time in your life, when you actually have shit you gotta do, like be a busy young man, bro, other habits like fapping all the time and playing video games and wasting all your time, they just disappear because you've actually got shit to do. So look at your life this way and be like, okay, well, damn. Okay, I'm going to start meditating a little bit. I'm going to start building some new skills. I'm going to start something as well. Why not? Take on more things. You're a young man. Take on as much as you want. As long as it's building you and you'll get some results that, develop you. Psst. The next thing is you need to build your body. So I just mentioned this, but I believe that one of the biggest things that will ever truly transform you will always be building up your body, right? What's Tate say all the time, but it's always been so common, which has been strong body, strong mind, right? Well, I believe that because the character traits that you build up in the gym, pushing yourself, delaying gratification, showing up, dedicating time out your day to go push yourself, that all builds and trains your mind to where, you have more power in your mind because you're pushing yourself in those reps. You're dragging yourself out of bed to hit the gym. This is big. So I will tell you this, and I'll say this directly to your face. If you do not have the body that screams like, I am someone, I take care of myself, I'm sexy, then you need to go and live in the gym, essentially, until you have that body. And it is disrespectful to yourself, to your ancestors, to be a fat, overweight idiot, or to be a skinny, fat, lazy bum. Either way, if your body ain't built, you don't respect yourself enough and you need to do this, but it also has so much impact on your brain. So I will tell you this right now, bro. All you really need to do is build a routine. You need to go on a dopamine detox and fill your time up that you are detoxing with things that are powerful, that build you. Like, this is serious, bro. Like, worst comes to worst, if you can't even do a dopamine detox, have the apps, but have your For You page. But you know what? Get rid of the apps for a bit if you're really that fried. But if you want, make your For You page or TikTok page, whatever it's even called, all motivational stuff or things that are like knowledgeable, that power you up. But this is big. Develop a routine, get on dopamine detox, rebuild yourself and your focus, meditations, learning a hobby, starting a business, building an empire, and then build your body. I would tell you, as you start to do these things, you'll see the impact that this brain rot generation that we're living in, with the attention span of a goldfish, you start to separate yourself from the pack. And like I said just before, the only reason why so many of us, we can't build ourselves up, it's not because you're dumb or stupid. It's because you don't give enough time to the craft that you're trying to build. The reason you're still fat or lazy, or the reason why you're not making the money that you want or on your way to doing it, is because you just haven't dedicated enough time because you've been scrolling. You've been scrolling, and add that time up year by year, day by day, bro. If the average is 6 hours per day you're wasting, that's 12 hours in 2 days. That's insane. You know what you could have done in 12 hours, bro? Could have ran like 100 kilometers if you really tried. Like, it's crazy, the time that we're spending and how fried we all are. But going back to my original point right at the start, I think that if you're a fast-paced, urgent young man who's got some tenacity behind him, bro, you're going to be looked at as a little bit off. But I'm off because, and I say this, I'm a guy that consistently feeds myself powerful things. I train so hard, I focus, and I do things with 110% effort, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And this is a good thing, and I think it's a big attribute to me going to where I'm trying to go in my life. And so you need to do the same thing. Stop being a retard and become a young man who's got winner's syndrome. Become a young man who's got control of his mind, but your mind's a little off, that all you want to do is just work and win and destroy and conquer. This is big. And this is how you'll kill your brain rot, bro. If you want to do coaching with me one-on-one, you want to join a group of young men. And I got 2 tiers, bro. I got young men all on self-improvement, and I got a tier of young men who are genuinely just older, ruthless about it. There are boys for you to meet, man. And I'll coach you every single day, and it'll be the best investment you ever make in your life. And I genuinely mean that. Go to the link in the description or message me on Instagram. I love you, bro. Let's go. And I mean that.